So let's talk about next giveaway plans, new channel merch and giveaway winners with a quick channel update from Auspex Tactics. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics for the regularly scheduled monthly video where we do a quick roundup of what's happening on the channel and what's coming next, doing a quick roundup of videos and plans to go forward, announcing the giveaway winners and the plans for the next one. And for this one, perhaps the biggest news is the second wave of channel merch print-on-demand type things going live, so a bunch of t-shirts and things like that. Though also the channel dice are back in stock, and I'll mention the Iron Enforcers offerings for this month as well. Videos first, and this month as ever has been a busy month on the channel. News-wise, perhaps some of the most interesting things have been the impacts of the balanced data slate on 40k, taking a look at the new meta, which I've had a chance to do in a few bigger projects this month, things like a whole 40k army tier list, and having a look at one strong army list per faction. In general, the game seems to be in a fairly good state, even if there's still some armies that need some help. The biggest things news-wise have been the reveals of the Imperial Agents and the Blood Angels army sets, kind of weirdly not in their preview shows, but on Mondays. I'm sure Games Workshop will keep that coming. Seems like one of the next major things they should show off is the next Kill Team box set, rumoured to be Scions vs Vespid. For other videos that I enjoyed making, it was good fun to take a look through every guard unit with Mordian Glory, a rare collab for the channel. I do enjoy making those, though they do take far more time than other videos. Hopefully there'll be more like that in the future, though it might be a bit more as and when. Other ones I had a bit of fun making were the tier list of the Tyranids, pros and cons of every Tau unit, and how to beat melee armies in 40k. I do quite enjoy the ones where I just have time enough to take a subject and try and do it as well as I can. For the future, it looks like this week has been revealed to be the launch week for the Imperial Agents, so I'm sure we'll be getting some Codex rules previews. I'll try and do another video on the box sets once we know the pricing, and of course review the full Codex once it's out. Should be a fairly busy week there. And for other projects, one of the next videos to release should be the strongest armies in Warhammer 40k, a counterpart to the weakest one that I did a little while back. And a few other things in the pipelines are how to set up a 40k gaming table, a scale creep discussion in 40k, and how to start Iron Hands, focusing on the most bionic legion of the Adeptus Astartes. As ever, if you have any other good suggestions for videos, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I always have more ideas than I can possibly make, but anything that particularly inspires me often gets bumped to the top of the list. Giveaways next. And for the channel's August one, I can now confirm that the winners of the Custom Knight household are Laurent Migdal, Alex Boroff, and Pedro Esquirosa. Sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation of that. You folks get the Custom Knight household for any 3 Games Workshop plastic big knights, or swap one out for any 4 armigers. I've sent you messages now to ask which ones you'd like, and I'll get them ordered in and in the post. Hopefully it should be an instant and very stompy little army. Looking to the future though, and I have already mentioned that the September one is going to be a very big Battle Force focused giveaway, and given that we've got multiple big boxes on the horizon, I thought we'd go for those, and people can choose either the Inquisition Battle Forces or the Blood Angels army set. Here are the entry details for that upcoming giveaway. As mentioned, it's basically going to be 8 winners to choose any one box set out of those, either the Ordo Xenos, Malleus or Hereticus box sets that are shortly to be released for the forces of the Imperial Agents, or the Blood Angels army set launch box. So that's the one with Lamartes, Astarath, 21 Death Company and a Codex. As ever, there'll be 2 equal ways to enter. Both of these links down in the video description. Either you can support the channel on Patreon for any amount. That gets you automatic entry into the giveaways each and every month, and a massive thank you for me for helping keep the videos coming and allow me to do this as my main thing. Or alternatively, you can help the channel by boosting the algorithms and get completely free entry. To do that, you do all these 3 actions: subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page linked in the video description, and then to actually enter the giveaway, a post appears on the 1st of September. It appears at midnight UK time and is active for a bit over 24 hours. I respond to that post with a picture of any 40k mini or imagery, along with your name and the date handwritten within the same photo. That last bit is just to deter Facebook bots and spammers and ensure the prizes go to real people. Always good to see some cool hobbying as well, of course. Then after all the entries are in, the draw's done with a random number generator. Each person gets 1 entry, and I'll pick out the winners, in this case a big 8 of them. This one will be announced on the channel update video on YouTube around the 4th of September. I'll ask you which box set you'd like, and then the models will be posted after I've received my orders of them. For the Inquisition ones, that should be pretty much immediately. We don't 100% know when the Blood Angels ones are going to be coming out yet. My guess is they probably won't be all that far behind though. In any case, feel free to check out the Patreon page or the Facebook page linked in the video description if you'd like to enter. Beyond that, the other competition winners that I've got to announce this month are the ones from the channel merch competition, and we now have a bunch of other t-shirts and things joining the fairly simple but effective channel logo t-shirts and hoodies that were introduced a few months ago now. Basically to try and expand the range a little bit with a few new designs. Last month I announced a small graphic design contest asking you guys to come up with some cool ideas. I think you absolutely did a great job. As a result of not chosen just one but 4 different winners, paying each of the artists $100 for their handiwork, I can now unveil a few of the designs for putting the merch on some t-shirts and mugs and things. This one is a bit of a first take, so any suggestions for improvements are greatly appreciated. I do like all the designs, it's just whether or not we could utilise them in any other good ways. They're essentially supplied by a print-on-demand company called Printful, and listed on the Auspex Tactics merch shop on Wargame Portal, links down in the video description. The merch is mainly supposed to be for people who just want a t-shirt or other thing with the channel logo or something else fun on. Obviously a little bit of the money does go to help support Auspex Tactics, but it's not really a major factor versus Patreon and things. In any case, getting into the winners, I did really quite enjoy this one by Weatherman Dan, a channel logo on a backing of interlaced text. Apparently the text is a quote from the intro to the 40k wiki, which I did think was quite a nice touch in a suitably archaic typeface. This one's available as a t-shirt in a few different designs. Then the next one is by Call for Fire. I must admit I did quite enjoy this. He basically based this off my Imperial Guard regiment, the all very authoritarian 12th Enforcer Regiment of the Orwell system, and incorporating their regimental flame motif. Really quite good fun, and for this one there's a bunch of t-shirts with it on. And also Mac from Wargame Portal decided to apply it to a mug as well, which I thought was done really quite stylishly with the flame motif on the back there. Really quite impressed with this one, and I might have to pick up one of those myself. Next up, we've got a rather cute little attendant tech priest clutching an Auspex. This one done by Smurfy. I think that was a particularly fun one, and I enjoyed the hand-drawn feel of it. We've tried this one out first on a polo t-shirt, which are a little bit more expensive than some of the others. I do kind of wonder if we could perhaps do something else with this one. Maybe trying the tech priest style guy out in a bit of a bigger image, perhaps on a lighter sort of design. Let me know if you guys have got any thoughts on that one. I feel like it could maybe be quite good with a little bit of channel text by it saying something or other. I'll have a think about that one. If you do want him a bit bigger though, he's also available as a sticker, so you can have a little Auspex attendant slapped onto a carry case or something like that. Finally, and I guess technically the overall winner by the popular votes, was this rather spectacular tower design by Ian Droid. I must admit this one felt kind of next level in terms of just scale and detail. A particularly intricate tower design with Auspex Tactics written on it, with a mysterious helmeted warrior gazing at it. He can be found on iandroid.ing on Instagram. So far we've gone for it as a central design on a t-shirt. Can't help but think that this could be another fun one to experiment with, perhaps. Could be a nice design for a poster, or maybe for a lighter t-shirt, maybe with the background removed perhaps. Again, I'll have a think, but any other thoughts or ideas from you guys are greatly appreciated. This one will be the overall winner by the popular vote, but only by a little bit. A lot of these were basically almost tied on voting, and there were literally only a few in it. And to be honest, I was pretty impressed by a whole load of the designs, and plenty of the ones that weren't crowned overall winners were really very good as well. In any case, all those have gone live on sale now. If you want to check out the link down in the video description, they're also with the original 2 t-shirts with the channel logo on. Plus also the hoodie design as well, if you want something just a bit more basic and branded for the channel. While we're on the topic of merch, the channel dice by Baron of Dice are back in stock once more. These ones were unveiled last month and they seem to have been very popular with you guys, particularly the black design with the green spots more so than the white. The demand on the black dice was actually so high that they went out of stock for a little while, though it does seem that they're back in good supply again now. They're made by Baron of Dice, who does make dice on the more luxury end of the dice market. Quality very comparable to the nice faction dice that GW make. I was very impressed with him getting the little green of the Auspex scanner on the dice face that represents the 6. And these ones come in packs of 25 for $35, £28 or €33. Again available from Wargame Portal, and they do ship worldwide from the USA, though admittedly the shipping cost is a bit expensive if you live outside of it unfortunately, and could maybe be a little bit prohibitive. In any case, I'll probably mention all the merch things from time to time in videos. They do put a small amount of money towards the channel. Though as with the hoodies and things, I'm more aimed to be a thing for people who wanted them, and if you do just want to support the channel, then the Patreon page does that better. Finally, for a roundup of side projects on the channel, I'll just mention the Iron Enforcers 3D printed STL files, the ones for the channel's custom army with the authoritarian Iron Enforcers, again loosely based on my Guard regiment. They're all hosted on a website called Thangs, which is basically a Patreon style affair, but for 3D printed miniature designs, and it mainly operates via a subscription model, but we've now built up a fairly healthy roster of free miniature designs as well. All these files are free to download right now if you either want a Cyberdog, a Segway Patrolman, a Standard Patrolman with a laser SMG, or a Tank Commander. For the main offering for the subscription for August, the primary miniature is the Constable Patrol Walker, dealing with rebels with extreme prejudice with some heavy firepower between missile launchers and solid shot cannons, and having an option of a more exposed or enclosed carapace, as you can see here. The designs are fairly modular, so hopefully should be applicable to a bunch of proxy model needs. You can fill them with options of dual weapon loadouts or have just the one, and they've got 3 different options for leg poses too. The other unit is the XK9 Cyberdogs, a pack of sort of vaguely Boston Dynamic inspired cyber mastiffs, all ready to pursue and destroy those defying the law. There's 5 different poses for these guys, and you can either make these with no top mounted weapon system or stick on either a net launcher, machine gun, or a shotgun design. They can be assembled either with or without. As ever, these ones are available basically for $7 this month with the Thangs subscription. It's a Patreon style subscription model that's usually $10 per month, but you get the first 3 months for $7 with the code ATL30, and that gets you the full unit designs for the XK9 unit and the Constable Walkers. After that, the models go into the general sales library. On there at the moment we've got the patrolmen for some rank and file infantry with a bunch of special weapons, the enforcers on terror trams, sort of Segway mounted troopers, could be good for some unorthodox cavalry, and a flexible oppressor transport with the options of tracks on wheels and a bunch of different weapon options and a frontal assault hatch. In any case, all of those are going to be links down in the video description if you're interested in them. In any case, I think that just about wraps it up for channel announcements this month. Certainly looking forward to talking more 40k rules once we get some. I have a feeling that Games Workshop will keep a bit of interesting stuff coming for the Imperial Agent. I think I'm most interested to see what happens with the new detachments for the different Ordos. As ever, let me know your thoughts and feedback, particularly on any of those new t-shirt merch designs and things. Look forward to hearing all your thoughts on which ones you like best, and just any other suggestions for the channel in general. As always, thank you for being such an awesome community. I'll certainly try and keep some interesting stuff to watch coming just as often as I possibly can, with new videos out every day. A massive thank you for listening, and I'll hope to see you guys next time.